Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Point of View. Coming up today, Florida could become the first state to end all childhood vaccine mandates, with the Surgeon General calling them, here it is, y'all, slavery. That's an interesting take. And later we'll be back with Girlfriend's Guide, breaking down the top 5 reasons marriages fail, plus unpopular opinion, with our co-host for today's show, Shirley Dorr and Willie Montague. Welcome back, y'all. So come on in and join the discussion. You're watching POV. Florida once again is making headlines, and parents are paying close attention to this one. The state is moving to end all childhood vaccine mandates, becoming the first in the nation to take such a bold step. Florida Surgeon General Dr. Joseph Ladapo didn't hold back, calling vaccine requirements immoral and even comparing them to slavery. So for all the parents out there, think about this. How does a decision like this affect your child's safety, your family's choices, and the kind of future you want for your kids? Vaccines.
Well, you know they say that I don't like black people, but I like this one. And so...
Wait, what did they say? Really? They say you don't like black people?
So are you saying that they're right?
Look, they say I don't like black people, but I like this one. But I was saying...
Oh, my goodness.
That's an insider. They know who I'm talking to. But Dr. Ladapo, I really love him because I do agree that we should not have these vaccines. During the pandemic, as I like to say, I signed over 1,000 religious exemptions. It was so many parents that didn't want to send their kids. I don't know if you know, but in the county of Orange, there is 7,000 children that did not come to school this school year because parents are just done with the public schools. But a lot of it had to all stem from the whole pandemic stuff that took place because of these mandates. I think that it should be the parents' choice and that I should not, kids couldn't go to daycare, they couldn't go to regular school because you're handing someone say, if you don't get these kids vaccinated, then I don't want them at the school.
Yeah.
Well, your child's sickness don't have to do with with my child. Like this is, at the end of the day, you're forcing me to put something in my child's body that I may not feel comfortable with, and I have to take care of my child for 18 years.
Yes.
So that's how I feel about it.
So what I want to know, Willie, what is it that qualified you to sign these 1,000 exemptions? Because I need one.
Because I'm a pastor.
I didn't know pastors could sign. Well, that makes sense.
Religious belief.
My doctor was the one doing it for me, but she charged me $90 for the visit.
No, what happened with me was there was so many pastors, and I love y'all pastors, fellow pastors. There was so many pastors that would not do this for their church.
Oh, wow.
And people were leaving churches in droves. But I would stand in front of Neil Morris Hospital. I would stand in front of, it was doctors, it was nurses, it was people in the school, and we would meet with a notary and me, and we would go out there and I signed over, even the whole fire department. You go back and look through my record stuff, you see all the pictures where we were out with over 300 to 400 people walking down the streets of Orange County where we were helping people keep their jobs. Someone just wrote me yesterday and said, Willie, I will vote for you and support you all the time because I still have my job today because of what you did for me 4 years ago.
So you can sign the one that I need, right? Hello? Is it yes or no?
Yes.
Shirley, let me ask you, because you just had a baby. What are your thoughts on this vaccine? The mandates, the vaccines?
We're unfortunately anti-vax in our home.
Okay.
So we don't believe in forcing anyone to do anything that they're not comfortable with doing.
Yeah.
One of our pediatricians actually had to let that girl go because she said she wouldn't see us because we wouldn't get vaccinations. And I said, that's fine. I'm going to go find someone else who does.
Okay.
Because it is my personal decision. Sure. I went my whole life without vaccinating. I'm in my 30s. I'm still alive. So I pray that my child is covered with the same blessing as I.
Yes.
And so we made the decision to not. So I think it should be the parents' decision whether they want to commit to something or not. I don't know if anyone has been hearing, but vaccinations have been causing a lot more harm than good than it did in the previous generation. And so there are a lot of people opting out of it because it's more harmful now than it was before.
And they gave them immunity. You know, a lot of these manufacturers of these vaccines now the manufacturers cannot be sued because prior to that they were able to be sued, and then now they came back and created this something act, but it was basically to protect the manufacturer from being able to be sued or held liable for vaccine injuries.
Did you guys hear about the 1-year-old girl in Philadelphia that died? I believe, I don't know if it was earlier, late last month. 1 year old, her mom took her to the hospital. She got a slew of vaccines, and literally the mom said they left the office. The doctor told her maybe she'd have like a mild fever or something. And the mom said she was driving and something told her just to glance back there, and the daughter was having a full-on seizure. They drove her to the hospital. She had 5 seizures and ended up dying. 1 year old.
Wow. Well, I know in California it was a big deal. I've been away from there for about 6 years, but it was a big deal before because parents were like, no more. We are not getting our children vaccinated because of the high rate of autism that people felt these vaccines were
connected to.
Yeah.
So was Gavin Newsom the governor at the time?
I don't recall.
Okay. Well, he's scummy, so I'm pretty sure.
I knew that wasn't the man's last name. I knew that.
You heard Newsom and was like, oh,
I'm pretty sure now he's making everybody get vaccines, and he's probably forcing them to have to buy toilet paper and wipe his behind. But that's not that.
What? You know what? So
Really?
I think I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. The doctor that I take my kids to that accepts unvaccinated kids, because we're also anti-vaxxers in my house. She has a small, quaint office, and, a lot of the people in the community go there, and they really have kept her alive. Well, not alive, but her business alive, right? And so now I see that because she's not getting that funding and her business is kind of starting to, dilapidate a little bit, she is trying to now push vaccines because she has to be able to take some of this government funding. And so I really just I think I mentioned to you, Willie, if not, I'm bringing it up again. We need to man together, get the people out, go paint this lady about her 2 new chairs so she can keep seeing these unvaccinated children.
It's true, and we do. I know we have to go on, but it's true. We need to support. I know a guy right now that's a holistic doctor, and they
Not a holistic.
Holistic.
Did you see the
is that another spin on word?
They need a doctor too. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Willie Honey with his whole holistic. Okay, here's another headline. A former clerk at a Kentucky driver's licensing branch is speaking out about a shocking scheme. For 2 years, her co-workers allegedly sold driver's licenses to undocumented immigrants for $200 each. No test, no background checks, just cash under the table. Allegedly, this was happening multiple times a day across several branches statewide. When she raised concerns about the fraud, she says, she was fired. Now nearly 2,000 licenses have been revoked and investigations are underway. What would you have done if, you were in her shoes?
Is she the whistleblower? This the lady?
Yeah, she's the whistleblower. Okay. But this is what she also said. Her coworkers were coming to her, asking her if she wanted to be a part of it, right? But then she was told that she was to share her password to her computer system with other workers in there. So she said whoever they are, kept asking her, were you doing this? Were you doing this? Was this you? Was this you? So I think she had to blow the whistle because she was going to be the one that was going to have to be responsible.
Y'all being nice. It's not undocumented. These are illegal aliens, and they're coming over here. You have these black folks, and I warned y'all about these Negroes. And I told you that these people were going to sell out for their own lack of resources. The resources that should be for the black and brown people that are doing right. And then here they go, just because you want a quick $200. Under the table $200, you're willing to lose your job and then face some felony charges for the sake of some people that will probably come here and snatch up your kids out the back door and bring in drugs over the border. Enough of that foolishness. I tell you, black people, stop thinking that this is representing you and freeing some slave. These people are illegal and need to be shipped back quick.
I don't know. My family came here illegally.
Mine did too. Mine did come in legally,
But they came in the power of agreement.
I don't know any illegal my family came here legally, but we're still immigrants. So, the immigration part. I don't know about why they were giving people who are undocumented licenses. I do know it is very hard for you to be able to work in this country, and people are trying to find fast loops. If there are people who are harming the country, okay, I get it. Yeah. But there are some model citizens who literally who are just trying to get through the system so that to work, to be able to be a part of a culture, so they can get what they're looking for as soon as possible. Yeah. So I'm still trying to understand why they needed to cheat the system. Yeah. I'm like, $200
food stamps.
$200 is not enough, babes.
But that's $200 for the driver's license.
No, but it helps you to look like you got some citizenship going on. They're cracking down across the country on a federal level when it comes to some of these EBTs. So if it's something to be able to lock in, because a lot of these individuals was getting food stamps without having to provide any source of saying that they're from here, and Trump said no. If people need something, yes, if you're here. So maybe they're saying, hey, if I have an ID, it looks like I'm here, then I can get the resources that I had before.
Well, I know in Los Angeles, and they weren't black or brown, people were definitely getting their EBTs. They were getting whatever they can get from the government. They were getting it with their fancy cars and everything, still getting support. So
no, they woke account.
They were not black. So just so you know. Well, we have to take a quick commercial break. But don't you go anywhere. Coming up on Girlfriend's Guide, we are breaking down the top 5 reasons marriages fail right after this. Stay tuned. You're watching POV.
Hey y'all, thank you for sticking with us during this quick commercial break. It's real quick, y'all. Like, we barely got enough time to even answer. But the question is, what's the biggest turn off when you go to dinner at someone's house?
Pets.
All pets? What if the pets don't come in the kitchen?
I can't.
I have a dog. You wouldn't eat at my house?
Praise the Lord for your dog.
I had. Okay.
Not praise the Lord for your dog.
Mine isn't dogs. It's mainly cats.
Okay.
But I trust my black people to train their cats correctly. Yeah. Other people. I got cats that I can't trust.
Yeah. I would say the cats too. For me, if I see a cat, baby, I'm not eating that shit.
Yeah, and especially if they've been on the stove, because some people let the cats be on the stove, let them be on the counter, let them be everywhere.
Not mine.
Good, because no one likes that.
That girl know not to go in the kitchen.
Good.
Oh, you have a cat?
What about a dirty kitchen? Dishes in the dish.
No.
In the sink.
You know what? You can't even say that.
Mine is bathrooms.
I was gonna say the ring in the toilet bowl, but honey, if you live in a poplar, honey, you get a ring in the toilet bowl one day.
No, you do. You do.
And don't you walk in my bathroom with shoes on. I don't walk in other people's bathrooms with shoes on, or I'll move the rug.
Wait, hold on now. There's a lot of germs.
Maybe the rug. Yeah, don't sit on my rug with your shoes,
That's what I mean with the rug.
Yeah.
I move the rugs out of the way. Don't walk in my bathroom, and I don't like to walk in other people's bathroom with the shoes. Move the rugs out of the way.
So we had a little bit more time than we thought we did. Maybe we didn't have much to say. Y'all don't know. We'll be right back to the show where the conversation is live.
Welcome back to POV. It's time to get into all things love, life, relationships, and everything in between. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. So, marriage isn't always what it seems. Research shows there are some major reasons marriages fail. And some might hit harder at home than you think. So today, we're going to break down the top 5 reasons, one by one, diving into why couples struggle and how these issues show up in everyday life and what we can do to navigate them. So let's get into Starting right now with couples face number 1, poor communication. Is that it? Now, Shirley, tell us, Shirley, what
Yeah,
you do.
so I was a former, I'm a retired therapist. I spent most of my time working with couples, working on their relationship, their marriages, or even their relationships in their family life. And one of the main causes of divorce or marital issues is, in fact, poor communication. I would actually flip some things around because as of 2020, because of the strain that the pandemic caused on marriages and relationships, it's now shifted to financial problems being the number 1 cause of marital issues that then lead to divorce. But previous to that, it was poor communication. And when we say poor communication, we don't mean simply talking.
Oh.
We mean understanding.
Understanding. Y'all hear that?
And actually physically expressing your needs or your concerns or your issues. So whenever I hear people say, you need to communicate. No, it's not just opening your mouth. It's also understanding the people in the room.
Actively listening. Yeah.
All right. Well, according to when we're before 2020, I guess. Number 2 reasons marriages fail. Number 2 reason the marriages fail is infidelity. People cheat, not just for sex, but because they feel unseen or heard. Is cheating always the cause, or are the symptoms deeper than that?
First, I would like to think that infidelity would be like a little bit way lower on the list.
You think?
Yeah, I would think it wouldn't be number
That
2.
seems to be up. I think it would be up there.
Man, I mean, because it just seems that everybody's just sticking around to getting cheated on these days. They just, I feel like people just accept that
It's probably just due to a lot of lavender. That's why they just call it lavender marriage. It's because they just said, it's no more, you just ain't cheating no more. You do what you do, I do what I do. So they just called it a name and just gave it a...
Wow. Just brand it.
Just
And then it's all right.
branded it.
Yes, but
Lavender
yeah, no,
marriage.
infidelity, girl.
That's up there.
People cheat a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, poor communication causes infidelity. Like the causation and the effect.
Okay.
Kind of like side by side. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, coming up at number 3, money matters. Oh, yeah, now you know, okay? Different spending habits, debt stress, or hidden financial decisions can destroy trust. Some people are like shopaholics, and they like spend money, spend delicious. That's what I used to call someone, spend delicious. Couldn't keep a dime. All they wanted to do, whatever came in, they wanted to spend everything.
Yeah.
As soon as they got it. And I'm just like, not like that. I like to save. I like to invest. Like, that's more important to me because I'm trying to look like, look out, over the years.
Yeah.
Right.
Not them. I spend. That was the name of their game.
Majority of like the U.S. are financially illiterate. Like they don't know anything about investing or saving.
Okay.
Like, they just know how to spend.
Just spend.
They get them. I get it. You get the money. You live it. I get it. But you got to also think about the future.
Yeah. Because it might come.
Yeah.
And you want to be ready.
We're consumers.
In this economy, though, it's so hard. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and she was talking about this new app that she uses that kind of breaks down all of her spending. And so she was saying that last month she made $9,000, and she spent out $3 shy of that. And luckily payday has come again. And so she's got more money. But, I mean, it's the time that we're living in, and she's not living a lavish life. She didn't take one trip last month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in these times, it's just so hard to really save a dollar, and I really feel like it's the way that they're designing it.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
I would love
Absolutely.
to know that app.
It's a Rocket Money app.
It's Rocket
Yeah,
Money.
I was using Rocket Money. The one she was using wasn't Rocket Money, but I was using Rocket Money. I just deleted it, baby, because at this point, time will come where I'll be able to save again, but while I'm spending
Like,
my
this is real. I don't want to be facing the truth. So I understand that. The 4th reason marriages fail, lack of intimacy, both physical and emotional. When affection disappears, the relationship feels like a roommate situation. But can intimacy be rebuilt after loss?
Yeah, 100%.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
There used to be this thing someone told me, another therapist told me that if you spend 5 minutes a day just hugging, you'll see a significant change in your relationship. 5 minutes just in the kitchen, asking each other what's going on in your life. And literally just that 5 minutes committed to talking to each other
Makes
you'll
a big
completely see a
difference.
difference in your
Wow.
I would think even going back to the first thing, which is that communication piece.
Yeah.
Just having that conversation. I had this dream, just real fast. I had this dream, not Martin Luther King, but I had this dream, and I was walking down the hallway, and in the dream, it was this security guard walking me, and they were playing like this marriage game, and I said, I wonder, and it was so weird because I never thought about it, but it was like a card game for marriage, and I was joking with the guard, and it was like, hey, at least they didn't have to call you because they didn't get in a fight, and it was like some card game that whenever a couple got into an argument, they could play the card game to rekindle their flame, and it was so interesting. I said, I never knew that, so I woke up saying, I don't know why I said it, 'cause I'm not married, but that was what was in my dream. So y'all go out there and get your marriage together.
get your conversation started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And with intimacy, talking about it, I think that so much more emphasis needs to be on, intimacy
Excluding
outside of
sex.
physical. I'm telling you, my
There's
God.
way more intimacy.
Emotional.
Oh my gosh.
The actual physical act of like engaging in conversation
Yeah.
with each other, even eye contact, baby.
It's the eye contact. Because if I can't look at you without rolling my eyes from the inside.
There you go.
Yeah, when your soul is rolling your eyes like,
Well, it's really bad at that point. Well, last but not least, the fifth reason marriages fail is because of unrealistic expectations and growing apart. People expect happily ever after without realizing relationships take work. Honey, that marriage is going to take some work. So how do you feel about that? I know marriage takes work.
Yeah.
And all those things do make a difference because you have to stay engaged with each other. You have to keep moving forward. But once something, a glitch get in there, it's difficult.
I think so many times people feel like that because you've decided to be committed to each other for a very long time, that it means that everything has to be done the way that you think it needs to be done rather than reality. Let's just say you met someone in their 30s and you guys engaged and you got in your relationship at 30.
Okay.
You have 30 years of this person being alive filled with their life issues, their concerns, the things that they know, the things that they learned.
Okay.
And they have to unlearn that within 6 months of being married to you.
That's a lot.
Unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
yeah,
Unrealistic.
I agree 100%. And I would like to think that growing apart is one of the top reasons. I would like to think. It seems like that people or relationships, marriages don't work. And I think that so many times in relationships, even in friendships, we hold people, like you were saying, to the standard of where we met them at, and it's like we're supposed to forever be growing and evolving and changing. And so many relationships just don't have the capacity for you to be a different version of you.
Well, sometimes the evolving and changing, you hope they are evolving and not devolving.
Sometimes they're not.
Because that could be the change as well. That's when you have the problem. Well, all right. It's time for the part of the show where we stir the pot a little and share opinions that make you think. We don't always see eye to eye. That's the point right here. Welcome to Unpopular Opinion. A comedian named Drewski has racked up over 200 million views with his viral "Proud to be an American" skit. His white-faced performance portraying NASCAR fans has stunned fans and sparked some controversy. Now we know comedy can be a thin line, and while making many people laugh, some are seriously offended. You be the judge. Take a look.
Hey, you lost, boy?
No, I'm going to the race.
What race?
NASCAR race.
You going to NASCAR?
Yes, sir. A little bit.
You ain't lost, did you?
No, I'm good. I'm going to the race, sir.
Sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Find something safe to do, boy.
First of all, that makeup is just wow.
He ate down.
You got to give it to Drewski.
Listen, I don't know who did his makeup, but
It's
Tyler Perry need to
incredible.
hide him.
That, you know
Exactly.
what? Win.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I did not know. I kept looking because I read it, and I'm like, well, where's the black guy? Where's the
Did you see the
in white
freckles on his
face?
arms?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my
And
God.
the tan and everything.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they
where's
did
the
it.
white
And
face?
the crazy thing is, he's done whiteface many times in his
Really?
skit. This isn't his first full pretending to be a
Really?
white person skit. He did
And
a
he's
skit.
good with the accent
He
and
does
all
it
that
so
stuff,
many.
yeah.
The last time he did a skit, it was a white boy who pretends to be black in the hood.
That's hilarious.
But they ain't say nothing.
They
Because
didn't
he
say
pretending
nothing.
to be a black person.
Yeah.
Well, all hell breaks loose when it's a
Right.
Well, yeah, and when it's an accurate depiction.
What got me is when the comments said, "Oh, well, if it was somebody white doing blackface, people would be mad." White people have always done blackface.
Literally.
So it's like, what are you talking about?
Ain't nobody mad at the fact that they mad.
No.
Right. They did a good job. They just wanted to
Y'all just mad that sunburn was too accurate.
That's what I mean, even the Dutch do it. Every year, December 5th, it's called Sinster or St. Nicholas Day. They dress up in for real blackface. I mean, it is
Every
black.
year.
Every year.
Well, I'm with it. Thank you for supporting God Bless America. He was showing us what we really represent.
find you some safe to do.
Well, that's a wrap for today's episode. But before we wrap, we're going to leave you with a comment if I can real quick. Don't be pushed around by fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Thank you for hanging out with us right here on POV. And don't forget, Monday through Friday, only on AFRO TV.